Hey everybody, this is Shanita. Welcome to today's video. Well, as you can see, I've got on my crazy getup, so it must be wash day. So I am going to bring you along as I do my deep conditioning treatment today. So my hair has had a lot of moisture deep conditioning treatments over the last few weeks, and so I think I want to give it a little bit of protein today because I am seeing little tiny hairs that are coming out as I, manipulate it, and they're not long strings, it's just those little bitty ones. So I know that that means it is breaking on the ends. So I have one of my favorite protein deep conditioners that I want to show you. If you are interested in seeing what it is and how it performs and all I know about it, then stay tuned. Okay, so you know how this goes. I've got my hair washed and conditioned, and it is still wet. I have it in 5 sections with this middle part separated on its own because of breakage. It's a different texture, and so I isolate this on its own to keep from stretching it either forward or backwards. I think that's how I was getting a lot of breakage, and so I decided to come up with that little trick. It is working perfectly. So I always do 5, and I am going to deep condition with this Aphogee Curlific Texture Treatment today. I've got so many of these, I know I need to start using them. I bought them on the 50% off conditioners treatments that Sally's had right after Black Friday. And this is one of my favorite ways to get not only protein, but it gives so much elasticity. And so I have really been swearing off cones, you guys. My hair has been thriving not using them, but there are some of these conditioners that now I'm kind of curious about. This one does have a cone in it. It's not a lot, but I've got so many of these. I've got to use them every now and then. So letting my hair down, it feels really good after using my shampoo and conditioner. If you've never seen this deep conditioner before or know about it, it says Curlific products are pH optimized for maximum results and contain our exclusive prophytamine complex. Utilizes protein for strength, emollients for shine, and humectants for softness. And that is actually what I get with this. Aphogee came out with this Curlific brand collection for textured hair, and so they made it nice and thick because they listen to us and they know that's what we like. And so I'm going to show you this, how nice and thick it is. Very, very thick, but it is very, very effective. Every time I use something now with protein in it, you guys, I am so nervous with proteins in it. I mean silicones in it, because I have had such great results with not having to do that. And I know there are plenty of curly girl friendly deep conditioners that don't have silicones, that do have protein, but right now this is what I've got. So I'm going to use these up. If I find any negative effects, I will put this baby on the back burner so fast. The one thing I can say about this deep conditioner, if you are fragrance sensitive and you don't like loud scents, this is not the one for you, honey. As soon as you take the cap off, you can smell this stuff. It smells like a perfume. And it is fragrancy. That's not a word, I just made it up. But to just tell you that it is very potent, like you smell it. It doesn't linger, but as you're putting it on and as it's sitting in your hair, you smell it. Once you rinse it out, then it's gone. But I really like how it gives my hair a little bit more bounce back and allow it to stretch and curl back up, and it does a great job of strengthening your hair as well. It's very softening and it conditions, so it's kind of everything kind of deep conditioner. So this is what I am getting, and per usual, I'm going to go off camera. I am going to do the rest of my hair like so, and I'll be back. I am finishing this up. You know what I love about this conditioner? Look at the definition it gives my hair. Like, how crazy is this? From a deep treatment. So much definition. Yes, I slathered it on. I always do. But I am so amazed at this from a deep conditioner. So we know that it is doing something good. There are some things I wish it didn't have, but it all works together for good. So I am going to pin this up as I have done these other sections. And I'm going to put on my plastic cap, and I'm actually going to go under the heat for about 15 minutes. This is protein in it. I don't want it to sit too long, but I do want to get some heat because my camera just wobbled. Because it is kind of cool where I am today, oddly enough. And so I will do that, and then I will come back and I will let you know what I think about it. So you guys stay tuned, okay? I'm back from rinsing out that deep conditioner. That stuff is thick. Thick. I actually used the remainder of what was in there, and I had to go and open another one to finish my hair. That is the problem with thick deep conditioners. You really have to use a lot. And I had to stand under the warm water for a while before I was able to get it to loosen up enough so that it could slide out of my hair. My goodness. But the positive thing is that it did have so much slip, and the shedded hair just, once again, just slid right out. And this was that kind of slippery where the bottom of the shower is slippery when you get out. That's how much slip this had in it. So I am going to show you what this looks like. It feels so good. So very good. It is this low porosity stuff. You see this water sitting on top here. Let me see if I can find another section that don't have water just sitting on top. I was very, very impressed with how it felt. Very strong. And here is what it looks like rinsing it out. It felt great. And it feels so soft right now. Soft but strong. So I'm glad I did that protein treatment. I sat in for about 15 minutes is all I did. I didn't want to overdo it, but I by no means felt like I needed to do a moisturizing treatment after this, because this is like a 2-in-1. It was moisturizing, but it has those proteins in it. And so I am going to decide what I'm going to do for today's style. And I will come back and let you know if there's anything else I can think about that I wanted to share with you about the conditioner. And so I'll see you then. And this is a clip I'm going to throw into that video about this curlific treatment. I thought of something else that I didn't tell you guys. I use this for an elasticity treatment. So if you know anything about elasticity, your hair needs some elasticity, especially being a curly girl. So if you have hair that, I don't know, maybe you were doing a wash and go or some sort of curly style and then found that for some reason later on, like your hair just wouldn't curl. It's almost like your hair is falling, not falling straight, but it is falling kind of limp, and your hair doesn't bounce back into those gorgeous curls anymore. It has probably lost elasticity. And the way you can tell that is if you have hair that, say, when it is wet or damp, you pull that hair straight out, and if it does not bounce back, then your hair has lost elasticity. Your hair with curls should pop right back into the rest of your hair. And if you have that hair that just continues to hang down, then that is a sign that you are losing elasticity, and so you want to do a treatment for that. There are several companies that do brands of elasticity treatments, and you can Google some to find some out there. But when I learned about this, I looked at some of the ingredients that were in some of the brands. Now, Ouidad is one that I know that has an amazing elasticity treatment, and I can't think of the name of it right now. I will put that in this video as well, but I researched the ingredients in it to find out which one is known most for being able to do that, and then searching other products that had those ingredients in it so I could get the benefit without paying all that money. And so one of the ones that kept coming up was this Curlific Texture Treatment. And so this is the one that I buy to do that elasticity treatment, and I do this about once a month. It also has a little bit of protein in it, but it is super duper moisturizing. So I use this, and I don't have to use a moisturizing deep conditioner behind it. I can use this, rinse it out, and go straight into my leave-in. Very, very moisturizing, but it gives my hair that bounce back that it needs in order for me to retain those curls. For a while, remember, I used to talk about this hair, which just genetically grows like this. It grows out and it barely has any curls in it compared to, you know, other parts of my hair. Well, that is a texture difference, but I do find that when I do this treatment, my hair does have a little bit more curl and it will kind of bounce back a little bit further. So this product is not curly girl friendly. It does have a cone in it, but this is one of those that I just don't get that effect on. I don't know if it's because now this is the only one that I'm using that has a cone in it, but for whatever the reason, very moisturizing, gives me the hydration I'm looking for, gives me that little bit of protein, but more than anything else, it gives my hair that elasticity treatment so my curls can continue to be nice and bouncy and healthy, just like we love them. So I wanted to put that in there because I'd forgotten in the video to tell you about that, and I wanted you to know. So to continue, you guys, I recorded the final thoughts of this conditioner in another clip weeks ago, and I can't find it. So I am going to re-record the conclusion to this video, and hopefully I will be able to remember how this turned out. I did not I don't remember what all I talked about, so hopefully I won't repeat too much stuff. But in a nutshell, I needed a protein treatment, a very light protein treatment. I did not want something as hard as that Aphogee 2-minute reconstructor, or even that hard protein treatment that they do. I wanted just a little bit of protein, and so I chose to use this. I bought this during the 50% off conditioner sale right after Black Friday. I got about 4 or 5 of these. A lot of people don't like this, and I think they may not be using it right. The reason they don't, I don't think this is a standard deep conditioner. It is not something I would go to every single week. I would definitely use it once a month to get in a little bit of extra protein and get a little elasticity back into my hair. I ended up using all of the container that I opened and had to open a second one, and I wanted to show you how thick this is. Like, it is really thick. But there is a ingredient or ingredients in the product that allow it to smooth on very, very well. Because it is thick, you use a lot of product because it's very hard to get a thicker conditioner to smooth on your hair. And so I think that's why I went through so many of those before. That is why I bought so many more at Black Friday, and that is why on this wash day I had to use and open a second container. It is very perfumey. I do want to say that to those of you who are sensitive to smells. You don't want this one. You might want to stick with the 2-minute reconstructor if you need some protein, because this one is perfumey, and the second you take the lid off, you can smell it. It doesn't linger. Once you rinse it out, then you're fine. It's gone, but it's kind of loud. But I like this because like I said, I get that little bit of dose of protein, but it's still so moisturizing. It is so moisturizing. Once you put it on and sit up under the, well, just give it a little heat for about 15 minutes and you can rinse it out. My hair is soft and it is conditioned, and it gives it a lot of slip. I have no problem rinsing it out. I probably do have to spend a little longer in there because number one, I want to make sure that I get it out, and number two, because it's thick, and so you have to really spend some time really making sure that you get it out. So if you don't have a shower mirror, then when you get out or stop rinsing, however you do it, just make sure that you get it all out. So this has, if I can find the ingredients, it's on the bottom. I can barely see. I will put the ingredients in the description box, and I will also link the product in from Sally's on here. Sally's is the only place I've ever seen it. This is not curly girl friendly. I don't know if I said that. There is, yeah, I'll link the ingredients. I'll link the ingredients, but I really like these. And for those of you who are not finding it to be a good conditioner, make sure that at the time that you use this, that you need a little bit of a protein treatment, because that is really what Aphogee is known for. And they put this texture treatment out to market to textured hair, and which is fine. I don't mind that. I love how thick it is, and I have found some of the other items in the line to be very good, but I think this would be better if you need a little bit of protein. If you've already done a protein treatment last week and then you go to use this, you might find that your hair is still, that is too much, that it might be a little stiff, it may be a little bit hard, and that may be because you use both of them at the same time. Be sure to read it, because though it is moisturizing, it still does have protein in it. I also use this as an elasticity treatment. There are several conditioners that I have tried that are specifically for increasing the elasticity of your hair, and I don't want to pay the money they cost. And so I found this one to be that for me, and so I use it once a month for that purpose. And I love that it's not a separate conditioner, like they put enough moisture in here so that I don't have to do a moisturizing deep conditioner after that. But I love that conditioner, and I will do it once a month. I will probably always have that, because I definitely can tell the difference in the springiness of my curls when I use it. And sometimes your hair just kind of gets blah, and it won't hold a curl, and it won't moisturize well, or you can't keep it moisturized. Sometimes you just need it to give it that little shot of protein and elasticity to get them to play well and to do what they are supposed to do. So I hope I answered all your questions. I don't know what I said before, so put any questions that you have down in the comment section. If you have tried this before, I would love to know what your experience has been, and if you have another conditioner or treatment that you use for elasticity, then let me know that. I'm always on the hunt for a good one. And subscribe to the channel if you are new, to get more videos just like this of product reviews and wash days and products. So that is all for this video. Thank you for your time and for your attention. I will be back tomorrow. I will see you guys. Take care of yourselves. Talk to you later. Bye bye.